Hey, it's me. Am I out of focus? I don't know, I was featuring this weird little loop of hair this week. This week, what have I been doing? Let's have a look. I am going to do them from small to big, I think. So, start off with done good work. These misaligned emails. Once again, I come into this very unprepared. What I wanted to do, like basically these done good emails were looking bad. If I just find one from done good, weekly stats, let's find. So they were looking like this on mobile. Oh, that's a bit smaller. Basically Gmail, and also I'd broken it, so that was transparent. But like I tried to fix it, but they were just coming out bad on the phone. And I discovered this thing called MJML, and there's actually an app that I actually kind of decided to try using. It's just got this syntax, but what this, like MJ table, MJ attributes, but it just means that when it renders it, it puts all of the styles in line, and you just kind of mitigate some of the problems of, like, I'm not really experienced with writing HTML emails, so I just thought, well, I'll try that. But the trouble was it introduced this like node dependency. So when I deploy to my server, it creates all the Elixir stuff. So it's got one build pack for all the Elixir and Phoenix stuff. So there's a compile stage to that, and then after that, there's a node stage where it creates all of the front end assets. So all this stuff is React and uses JavaScript. But to do now as part of the Elixir build process, there was this node dependency, so it needed to have this node thing installed, which wasn't available yet because it hadn't got to that. So I had to create like an extra build step to my deployment where I create a node environment based on a different package JSON file. It bootstraps that up, puts the application on the path. I forked the repo of this MXML plugin so that I could give it an environment variable to tell it what path to look at for this executable. So then I make the build pack. It installs the one node package. Then I point to that in the next step. But then at the end of the next step, I then remove that package JSON and all the node modules from that one, so that the next node step will run properly, and then it will all install. So it ends up being quite messy. But let's. I'll just show you what that means. Build config. It's just like in the Elixir. So now, like after I compile, I do this. I remove this thing. And it's got like 3 freaking build packs on it, and my deploys are even slower. So that's fun, and that's where I am with done good. And I'll also mention just done good wise. This being done good. Done good wise, I did this talk on Friday to the people from Glide, which is Glide. This builder app. So a friend of mine like started this company, and I sort of talked to his team, but it was a pretty chaotic talk. But people did seem to like I sort of kind of put all this stuff out there, and I showed them this, and like a couple of people asked me about this thing. So I did end up getting like 10 or 11 sign-ups this week, just having done that. No one's paying or anything yet, and I'm sort of conscious that there are a couple of little bugs with it. But basically, done good it's like it's not going to die, I don't think. But I'm not like working on marketing it. But it does seem like also someone just from the other thing I'm doing just signed up to it as well, so it does seem like it's got a little bit of appeal to people. But I guess I'm going to be promoting it whenever I'm talking about the other stuff I'm promoting. So the next thing I did, that was a little dog. I'm still in Milan. one more week. See, I've been what's this, 25 hours, 1 minute working on SquaresTV. Now, what that was part of it was getting all this. So now you go to squares.tv, include drafts. You're on the inside. I sort of spammed out a few. I brought in the old posts, made sure they still looked right. I've started explaining what it is. I wrote this post. I think I mentioned this post already. I wrote this post on the live podcast process. I don't like how these images are loading slow still, because I did put them behind Cloudflare. And then I sort of brought a couple of things in, like this RuPaul tips on how to look good on stream, like some dealing with trolls, microphone technique, just like some little sort of posts, and like sort of putting this menu together that sort of gives you the mission statement. I need to, like, obviously this is horrible UX, like you go to click on video and it's over here now, but I just wanted to sort of like start figuring that out. But now when you click on video, it's going to just show the video ones, and like rigs is going to show like this. But the other thing I did that was I found very difficult, but I managed to do it, was like reach out. So basically I had 30, I went through all of the people that have put their email address into my Shoot quiz. So that Shoot app has a quiz in it, where you answer a few questions. I find out a bit about how you're using the app, and then at the end it says, can I have your email? And basically I went through all the people that had given me that. So there's like 1,000 responses, 150 odd emails I had. So I went through all of those to see which ones seemed interesting. A lot of them were people that are just using it for meetings, so I didn't really want to talk to them. I wanted to talk to sort of creatives and people that are doing interesting stuff, streaming, video production, that kind of thing. So I reached out, I made a list, I made a big spreadsheet, and I then procrastinated for several hours, because not starting to send emails and worrying about, like, should I register Michael at squares.tv, and then I set that up, but it's still registered, showing that it's possibly spam, and I was like, no, let's just send them from the good to hear email. And then in the end, like on Tuesday, I managed to do it. I said, it got like after 3 hours of mucking about and not doing it, I was like, well, let's see how many I can send in the time left today. So I made a little timer that said how long I had until I had to go and pick Sharon up. And I just made a little counter. So each email I did, I pressed a button and it said, okay, you've done that one. And it showed me who the next person I've got to email and the information I knew about them. And then I wrote the next email. And there was only 33 to do. And then I did end up managing to send, it took me on average like 5 minutes per email. So I sent out all 33. And then by the next day, I had a couple of responses, like a couple of people going, what? Someone sort of saying, yeah, I'll do it, and then not creating an appointment. But like a couple of people, one person that I did want to talk to was Joffamo, and I actually talked to a woodwork teacher and a streamer yesterday. The woodwork teacher I just chatted to about Shoot, but the streamer I recorded a whole, here he is. I recorded an interview with him, and here's my half. This was going a bit more glitchy, as you can see, but it doesn't matter because it's not really about me. So I've got one interview down already, and I just got someone else who does this craft website, like, got back to me. So that's next week, and then I've got like a church streaming platform for churches person I'm talking to like later in February. So actually, like, in terms of like response rate, it's already like 15%. So that's pretty good for cold emails, isn't it? So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. The podcast today was fun, but let me just do a clip. So there we go. That's this week. The podcast, as I was just going to say, like, it was good today. We did. We had like 4 people watching. We had a couple of people talking. We did one on anxiety. So I thought it was quite good. So that's grandpodcast.com. And that was my week. I hope you're having a good time, and it's not too hot. like it is here in Italy. Oh, that's not been too bad today, but like, it's been like 30, 33, 34. Gets hot. Anyway, hopefully, see you soon. Take care. Bye.